Bagan alone, based on concept art, could have his own movie monster series figure line. We can call it the Bandai almost in a movie monster series figure line. That's funny, right?
ShinRobjira.
Today we're going to be talking about the Bandai Limited Movie Monster Series Godzilla Store exclusive, Bagan, as based on his appearance in the video game Godzilla Movie Studio Tour. Right outside of the box, Bacon Bagel over here is going to be slightly over 6 inches tall. Here that is in close-up format. And now let's take a look at this tag and ooh! Just look at that crispy little tag image right there. Looks like it was made in Photoshop. Oh, come on, it's Bagan! Bagan, yo bitch. I'm pretty sure this image comes directly out of the Godzilla Movie Studio Tour video game, which is why I specified that in the intro of the video. But anyway, enough of all that. Bagan, Godzilla 2023, and on the back of the tag, we're gonna get what we usually get: Godzilla Store, Movie Monster Series, Bandai Namco. We're going to have part of the tag cut out to the design of the curvature of Bagan's tail over here. It's different. And on the inside of the tag, we get what we normally get. Since this is a Godzilla Store exclusive, we have to double sleeve Bagan. As soon as you get inside, put the baguette by the oven so it gets nice and warm. You don't want it going bad. And now, finally, we can take a look at this figure and... Hoochie mama! No joke, this might be figure of the year levels of good because Bandai really did just outfit this figure with a lot. Starting at the horns over here, I only have one little scuff and it is right there, and that is across all 3 horns. Yay me. The detail at play on this figure is simply amazing. And I guess I should really say paint too, because there is more than just black paint going on up here. There's actually a bit of a faded metallic glittery paint going on as well. Really helps pop out those finite little lines on his horns. Just look at that. This is the kind of fork you never want to use when you're eating the linguine. But seriously, fam, the paint, the detail on these horns alone, oh my god, that's sub-rating solid star worthy. I love that. And then looking at the top of Bagan's head over here, you're gonna be seeing a lot of stuff going on here. Not the craziest amount, but seriously, good. I like it a lot. Taking a look at Bagan's profile over here, these little thorny spikes on the side of his face, they're going to be painted black. Not all of them, though. Don't know if that was intended. Can't really tell here, but maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. I don't know. But we don't care nothing about that. We care about this. Just look at that face. He looks like a mutant narwhal. And those piercing orange eyes that look like they have a mixture of a little bit of yellow in there as well. I don't know. It might just be how it was applied. But I love that it looks like it's not just solid orange, at least to me. Looking at the inside of Bagan's bacon roller mouth over here, we've got some decent paint applications on the teeth. They are rather small, so I can forgive some of them looking the way they do. Gonna have some fantastic detailing on the roof of Bagan's mouth and on the floor of Bagan's mouth with a nice plump little tongue in there for good measure. And then you just kind of have everything else that you have to experience with Bagan's head. He's misshapen, he's uneven, he looks fantastic. I say uneven, but he looks pretty damn even. I'm sorry. But the spikes, the wrinkles, the little bit of everything going on here, this is great stuff. Now we can take a look at Bagan's neck and pectoral area. You hear me? I didn't say titties. You happy now? And the detail over here is really nice. I really dig the maroon on black on gray over here. Bagan in his color scheme just exudes different for the Godzilla franchise, at least. I bet you that there's at least 14 or 15 different kaiju in the Ultra series who have a color scheme like this. The detail on the armored bits over here is going to be further accentuated on with this very glossy black paint. That is of course going to follow through to Bagan's little crotchal area over here. Some of the black paint is a little spotty. I can't tell if that's like paint rub off or if it's just how it was applied or whatever, but it's something that you might come across on your copy. But again, just look at all of that detail. He's all fleshy and sinewy and all that stuff. That's a 233 pack of hot dogs for a neck you got there, Bagan. Good looks. And now moving into these thick legs. We've got brown on the kneecaps and the same color scheme going on throughout the entirety of the leg with that same glittery blackish gray paint that is on the horns on the toes. And boy howdy, wouldn't you know it, the dew claws are painted. Oh yes, on both sides. I know technically Bagan came first, but he really do be kinda looking like Summon Skull from Yu-Gi-Oh, doesn't he? If this gray was a bit whiter, I'd be seeing Summon Skull in Kaiju form. But anyway, these legs, we've got the bony gray outlining the very fleshy maroons and everything. It's an eyeful, it really is. But the only thing better than the paint is going to be the detail around it, and the paint is actually rather clean looking. At least until you get into his doo-doo colored kneecaps over here. There's some bleed off and some fall off over there. But are we really going to complain about that? It's
Bagan!
Truly exciting times that we are living in, and again, I really must sing my praises for both the paint and detail, even on the legs over here, because it just looks not lifelike, but it fully communicates what the design of Bagan was really going for. Bony and muscly. On the bottom of the feet, we're not gonna get much in terms of detail, or too much in terms of paint. I can't believe that it's actually painted down here. On the underside of the tail, we're going to get the TM and Toho Company Limited, Bandai China, numbers, numbers, numbers. We're going to get a lot of really fantastic detail under here. It is nice and glossy, so when you have it under the light, it is just so accentuated upon. I love it. And now we're at the very tip of the tail, where we're going to see a lot of little spikaroos, but we're also going to see a lot of fantastic detail as well. I feel like there was a very slight dry brushing being done on this gray vinyl. It just has that multi-tonal look to it, so it doesn't look like it's unpainted, but at the same time, it could be unpainted, and it still looks, I mean, like this. Love the detailing on here. I really, really do. The spikes, the wrinkles, the, spiked tip of the tail. I was gonna try and say something clever there, but I lost my train of thought. I'm holding an officially released Bandai-made Bagan figure. I'm not all there tonight. And then we can move on over into Bagan's very bony and alien-looking back, and my god, it looks like there's another creature ready to crawl right out of his back. I just really dig this design, and I'll be honest with you all. I never really saw or understood the hype for Bagan. He was just this monster that looked kind of cool. But now that I have a figure of him, I think I can see where all the hype was coming from. This thing's a beast. And it's just like, no matter what angle you look at this thing from, oh, geez, Bandai did an amazing job here. But as I'm sure you know, we're not done yet, because we gotta take a look at these shoulder blade armpit nipple things. Metallic silver with some metallic violet at the centers of them, and yeah, this just pulls the whole figure together. Don't worry, I'm very aware I forgot to talk about the arms, but seriously, dude, just look at all of that. That is so cool. I don't understand what any of this is. They could be eyes, they could be little orifices where he's going to shoot lasers out. I don't know. I don't care. It looks awesome. Bandai did a great job. Let's cover the arms real quick. Bagan clearly goes to the gym and gets his kaiju gains going on. God damn. Muscular, teeming with detail, start to finish. I'm amazed. I truly am. And of course, his claws are going to be painted black, just like his toes, just like his horns, although those are more of a gray. These are definitely more of a black, so not just like his toes, but they will be painted up just like his toes are, just not in the same color. Anyway, 2 solid stars for paint and detail. So not only does an officially made Bandai Movie Monster Series Bagan figure exist, but it absolutely encapsulates everything that I have ever complained about in regards to that of exclusive figures. This feels like an exclusive figure. It comes off to the eye as an exclusive figure. You can tell this thing is special because it's easily one of the best Godzilla Movie Monster Series figures made in a while. Yeah, in a long while. Anyway, articulation. Nothing at the head. This seam over here is glue sealed, so yeah, no twisty turnies. You will be able to rotate the arms all the way around. Both sides, of course. Just be careful of his claws. You don't want to scrape none of that paint off. His legs will be able to go all the way around as well. Oh yes, both sides. And much to my surprise, the tail will swivel all the way around as well. Articulation's gonna get a solid star. I was expecting the arms, maybe the legs, really wasn't expecting the tail, slightly hoping for that of a head swivel, but I can live without it. That is 3 solid stars for this guy, plus a sub rating of a solid star for those horns, because I just love the way they look. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't think the 3 other figures I've yet to talk about even come close to Bagan, and he really might just take away Figure of the Year. But anyway, size comparisons. Limited Movie Monster Series Kiryu, Limited Movie Movie Monster Series Rose Beast Form Biolante, Crawling Hedorah, Memorial Box 84, Godzilla Collection Cybot 84, Mothra Leo, Mothra Larva, Imago Mothra, Imago Batra, Batra Larva, and Godzilla 1991. Movie Monster Series Bagan exists and he absolutely slaps. I'm an impatient person by nature. This was a figure I really couldn't wait for. There's a reason why he's going first. The hype. 3 solid stars and an absolute precedent for Godzilla store exclusive figures moving forward that likely won't be followed up entirely. I've been ShinRobjira. Thank you all so much for watching. I will see you all back here tomorrow where I'm going to be taking a look at Rose Beast Form Biolante. You know, I'm just going to call it Biolante Rose Form. Rose Beast just sounds like roast beef and... Be sure to check out my social media, follow me wherever you can. And before we hit that end screen, I just want to say thank you to my 2 latest patrons, Brent and Daniel. Thank you both so much for joining the ShinRobjira Patreon page, and I'll get content to you guys very soon. Until tomorrow, everybody. See you all there. Have yourselves a lovely day, afternoon, and night. And I truly feel complete when I feel overwhelmed by new Movie Monster Series releases. This is the happiest I've probably been all year. And that's fucking sad. Bye.